Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Modeling League's Chaos Cup. We're in week number 1, day number 3 of the brand new season, and we've got a really fun one tonight. Tonight, it's going to be the Gunner Gits versus the Vesuvian Lavabacks. Goblins versus Lizards, Cobblestorm versus Berserker Tempest. Wow, my goodness, this is going to be a super fun game. SP Beaver with the sub, thank you so very much. I appreciate your generosity. Welcome to the stream. Let's take a look at the standings before we take a look at these rosters. Goblins, man, I'm super stoked for this. We're in Division B this evening with their win here in Week 1. Spire's Philosopher's Song, they're currently in first place, a Lizard team. They defeated the Pipstars 3-1 on Thursday. And tonight, we've got Gunner Gits versus the Vesuvian Lavabacks. This is my division, by the way. My division. First up, let's take a look at the home team. Cobblestorm, welcome to the stream. Cobblestorm says, Tempest versus Storm. Buckle up, it should get positively meteorological. SP Beaver says, Halflings and Goblins in our division, even if we win, what will the cost be? I know, man. So let's take a look at this one more time, because I want to tell you how much I hate this division. All right, we got Goblins, we got Halflings, cool. But we're up against 2 Necro teams, we're up against 3 Lizard teams, I'm up against a Wood Elf team. I did not vote for this division. First up tonight is the home team. The Gunner Gits to come to the TV of 845,000 gold, 13 players on this Goblin roster. They have both big guys, one of the few teams that can pick up more than one, the 2 trained trolls. He has a Looney and a Fanatic, an Ooligan as well, and a whole bunch of linemen. 6 dedicated fans, 2 rerolls. They're going to be up against this Lizard team this evening. The Vesuvian Lavabacks coming in at 980,000 gold in petty cash. That's 135,000 gold in inducement money going back, or it's 980,000 gold in TV, which is 135,000 gold in petty cash going back to the Gunner Gits. We got there. Has the one big guy in the Crocs, all 6 Sars blockers, 2 chameleon skinks and 2 normal skinks, 1 dedicated fan, 1 reroll. How are these 2 teams gonna play tonight? We'll take a look at the Lizard team first, because I think that's fairly straightforward to understand before we take a look at the much more tricksy Goblins. The 4 Sars blockers here at a strength of 4. This is a very strong team, right? You have 6 Sars blockers at a strength of 4, MA is 6. Pretty decent movement, pretty decent strength, great armor value. AG, terrible. They have the Crocs, the big guy, right? MA 6, strength of 5, has Mighty Blow, has the prehensile tail. AG, terrible. It's a big guy. And then you have 4 skinks on this roster. 2 are normal skinks. They have an MA of 8, AG of 3+. They have the dodge skill. They're pretty brittle. All 4 skinks pretty brittle and 8+. The chameleon skinks will trade a point of MA for a couple of skills here, shadowing and on the ball. That's an extra 3 movement on a pass or a kick. Not a bad skill to start with at all. So 4 total skinks, 4 Sars blockers, and a Crocs. Lots of strength. What's the problem with this team? Nothing. Lizards are an absolutely fantastic team, but they are the weakest at low TV. At low TV, you can see there is a dearth of skills. The Sars blockers have nothing. They don't have block, right? Even if it's a strength of 2, if you're getting a 2-die block without the block skill, that can be fairly risky. So it's a tough team to get started, right? It's a tough team to play at low TV. It's a tough team to get that SPP where you want it to be. One of the strategies in this game is trying to get SPP on the players that you want to level up, right? All of these Sars blockers you want to get block on. How are they going to get that? Well, they're not going to get it from touchdowns, because they have an AG of 5+. So they're probably going to get it from casualties, and that means you've got to be taking the blocks with the Sarses, and it means you want those blocks to be not super duper risky, because then you're going to start losing games. So it can be a little tricky to get this team going at low TV, but later in the season, you can bet once this team skills up, it's going to be an absolute menace on the pitch. They're going to be up against these Goblins tonight. Goblins, to be perfectly frank, not a great team. at least in my opinion. Not a great team, right? You can see they're not super fast. They have MA 6 on a bunch of players. Everyone else is lower speed. You can see they're not terribly strong. He has the 2 trained trolls for the strength of 5, has the Fanatic for a strength of 7. We'll talk about the Looney and the Fanatic in just a little bit. Needs that strength with the trained trolls, but of course they're trained trolls, right? So they have really stupid, so they have the nega traits of big guys. They are valuable for the strength, but they're also valuable for the goblin toss, right? All these goblins have the right stuff. The trained trolls have throw teammates, so they can pick up a goblin, chuck them down pitch, maybe even do a one-turn touchdown. B.1234, welcome to the stream. Have you ever thought about doing radio? Absolutely not. So the very, very weak, very fragile team too, with most of these players coming in an AV of 8+. But what's their gimmick? Well, their gimmick is gimmicks. They have lots of secret weapons, they have lots of tricks, and bribes are cheap. Bribes are half off for goblin teams. So you can see they have the loony, right? The loony has chainsaw. Chainsaw, it's right through. It's a block without the block roll, right? Plus you get a +3 on the armor break. It's really, really powerful. It can kick back on you, and if it kicks back on you, the 3+ comes back on you as well. Also a secret weapon. What's a secret weapon mean? A secret weapon means these players are only going to be on the pitch for one drive. Now they can remain on the pitch if a bribe is spent. Well, usually if a bribe is spent, or if they argue the call. I don't know if it's modeled in Blood Bowl 3 or not, but goblins typically, at least in tabletop, they're able to re-roll a natural 1 on an argue the call roll. I don't know if that's available in BB3 or not, but the point is they have lots of weapons. They can get lots of bribes. They can be kind of a pest, right? The Fanatic is the ball and chain. There's going to be 3 moves that are random cardinal direction, and they're just going to maul anyone, anyone in their path. He can be a nightmare as well, but they might also pick up bomber. So with 135k, they can get 2 bribes for 100k. That's for sure. Or they can pick up bomber dribble snot, and that's a bombardier. Another secret weapon, but probably one of the biggest pains in the butt as far as star players, I think. So he could have a chainsaw, he could have the Fanatic, he could have a bomber on the pitch. The 2 trained trolls, of course, have Mighty Blow as well. So a very fragile team. It's very hard to win with a goblin team, in my opinion. But if he can leverage the strengths of the goblin team using these secret weapons, he has 13 players, right? So he doesn't have to put them all on the pitch at once. He certainly could. But if he leverages these secret weapons to start removing opponents from the pitch, not so trusty patches. Thank you very much for the sub. Yes, I am playing on Sunday. But if he can leverage the secret weapons, and if he can leverage the bribes, right, to start just murdering opponents, right, removing players off the pitch with that chainsaw, maybe with a bomb from dribble snot, but even taking fouls, right? If he's going to pick up a bribe or 2 bribes, go in headstrong, start fouling players. That's a great way to remove players off the pitch. He can get a significant player advantage with this goblin team. Of course, he's just going to have to stay alive in order to make that happen. The Vesuvian Lavabacks, they're going to have to counter by just hunting down goblins one by one and start punching them in the face. If they can get the player advantage before the secret weapons come out, before the fouls come out, they'll be on top. They'll win this game. The only real thing they have to worry about tonight is protecting their skinks. If they lose all of their skinks, they're going to be in trouble because they have nobody to actually carry the ball. So that's the only thing I think really that the Lavabacks really have to worry about tonight. But we'll see what happens. So I'm going to stop yammering. Without further ado, we're going to get this game underway. Cobblestorm praised the Nuffle for his team to win, and praise for for his opponent's hot spot to hold. Festoon. Is it Festung or Festoon? Either way, welcome to the stream. Good luck, Cobblestorm. Not so trusty patches. No worries at all. No worries at all. Wait for this game to get underway. SP Beaver says, it's pronounced Festoon or Festung. Thank you very much. Very helpful. Yeah, so Goblin's very brittle, very weak. It's very easy to get a 2-die, a 3-die block on them, and then remove them from the pitch due to their low AV. But again, this Lizard team doesn't really have the skills they need to be more reliable. They're just going to have to make sure they're getting maximum dice on their blocks and maybe a little bit of a few prayers to Nuffle to make sure they don't get a bad block roll. Clear skies again. We've had no bad weather so far this season. Ah, the orc cheerleaders. Love them. Love them. There he is, the White Dwarf himself. And Lord Borak, the Despoiler, the two coaches for tonight's games. Look at all that junk. How does the ref not know there are secret weapons? They're not so secret. Seven fan factor for the Gunner. Gets 2 for the Vesuvian lava backs. Decent amount of money for both coaches. Yeah, he's going to pick up Bomber there. Bomber 50K. Leaves him with 85K left. He can pick up a bribe. And then with the remaining 35K... maybe a keg. Or not a keg, I'm sorry. Maybe an assistant coach. Yeah. That's what I would have done too. There he is, Bomber Dribble Snot, taking to the pitch, the star player. He's a bombardier. He's a big old bag of bombs on his back. He can toss these bombs. It's just like a pass of the ball. But when it lands on the ground, it explodes and hits everybody in that space and adjacent to that space. Gunner gets win the coin toss. They're going to choose to be on offense to start with. If that bomb is tossed at an opponent or even tossed at a teammate, if it's tossed at a player, that player gets an opportunity to catch the ball. And if they catch that ball, they then can rethrow the ball. We saw Ian use that to marvelous effect a couple of seasons ago. Those are just pads, not bombs. So the Vesuvian lava backs to set up their defense. In the game of Blood Bowl, you have to put at least 3 here in this section here if you can. You can have a max of 2 in either of these wide zones here, which are here. And then everything else is fair game on your side of the pitch. Anchor defense for the lava backs. 3 of the Sarses on the line. Keeping that Crocs off the line here. There's a lot of strength that he could put up against those trolls, but he wants to keep that Crocs mobile here with that edge of 5+. He knows if the Crocs gets marked, he's going nowhere. So he's going to drop the Crocs back into a linebacker position so he can perhaps move or maybe even blitz with the Crocs where he wants to. Again, that's a strength of 5 with Mighty Blow. Mighty Blow gives you a +1 to your armor or your injury roll. And now the offense to set up. It's the first time we've seen a Goblin team in quite a while in the league. I believe the last coach to field a Goblin team was Clypheus in season... Was it season 2? SP Beaver says, we all know that a Crocs AG5 is really any other player having Edge 0+. Here's the kick. The old pumpkin ball. It's a timeout. We lose a turn. We're going to start this game in turn 2. Gunner get good. The number 1 Goblin lineman back to receive. That ball's kicked all the way back to the 24-yard line in the right wide zone. The Fanatic at the center position. Strength 7 when he activates. Cobblestorm will choose a cardinal direction, an orthogonal direction, and then move into one of the 3 spaces in that direction, bowling over whoever may happen to be there. There's a push. He'll be able to do this 3 times in a row. Here's the second one. I don't know how he doesn't get dizzy. Second ball and chain block. This is going to be a POW against... Oh, there's the armor break. Gets a good stun out of this. And then ends the turn moving back to the line of scrimmage. Two-die block with the Looney. This is the chainsaw player. Got through the chainsaw roll. It's a straight armor check after that. You don't have to make a block roll. Failing that chainsaw roll, if you rolled a 1, that chainsaw kicks back and hits him in the face. And that +3 counts in that situation as well. Good knockdown on the line. On that right guard. Left guard gets knocked down as well. Those 2 trolls moving forward. All very well protected. Being so far deep. Those skinks very fast with MA of 8. The Lizard team does have a significant speed advantage here. MA of 2. Oh, he is an hooligan, isn't he? Turn 2 now for the Vesuvian Lavabacks. Good pickup. Minute 20 left on the clock. You get 2 minutes turn, plus another 7 minutes, 30 seconds in bonus time on the bonus clock, so you can see up here. SP Beaver says, what kind of device is that? Oh, you know, just making noise. just making noise. My favorite sort of person. Blitz on the right side of the line. 3-die blitz. Thanks to the strength 4 + 1 is 5 versus 2. Here's the armor break. There's the injury. Well done. 1-man player advantage now for the Vesuvian Lavabacks. It's like the opposite of a white noise machine. Yes, that's what it is. For sure. Yeah, this will be the name of the game. It's just looking for goblins to take out and protecting your skinks. That's the name of the game for the Vesuvian Lavabacks anyway. Two of the 3 secret weapons on the pitch right now. Here's the third one. Bomber Dribblesnot wearing number 14 for the Gunner Gets this evening. That means both these players, once the drive is over, these two secret weapons, they're going to get called off the pitch. The ref will finally see, hey, what is that you got there? Takes a 1-die block against Eats His Green Erg. Takes a both down result. That'll be a turnover. Turn 3 back to the Gunner Gets now. Secret weapons could remain on the pitch with a bribe, or with simply arguing the call. And again, I'm not sure if it carries over in Blood Bowl 3, but goblins typically can re-roll their and argue the call roll that fails with a nat 1. The Fanatic gonna get smart. First block knocks down number 16 Bus Shelter Baker, the number 3 Saurus blocker. Ah, thank you, Kind Sir. Yeah, Kind Sir says it's actually in. Yeah, it's the bribery and corruption. It's called I can't remember what they're called, like team somethings. But yes, bribery and corruption is what gives them that ability. Thank you very much for confirming that. Gunner gets smart. The ball and chain. Very scary to have Strength 7 just roaming around the pitch. And remember, it's not just the secret weapons in play. Gunner Gets can go for the fouls as well. They have more than 11 on their roster. They have a bribe on deck as well. Stand-up blitz by the Troll is going to get a knockdown against the number 6 Saurus blocker. Mighty Blow in play makes that a 9+ to break armor instead of a 10. Doesn't matter when you roll Snake Eyes, though. Yeah, now foul. This is right. This is right. Good KO. Very well done by Cobblestorm. 10v10 on the pitch now. Another thing to keep in mind is once it looks like the drive's about to finish up or getting close to finishing up, you'll see these secret weapons if the coach has no means or no intent of keeping that secret weapon on the pitch with a bribe or something similar, then they may just take those secret weapons and just go foul City USA, right? Because you're about to lose your access to them with the upcoming drive. Turn 3 back to the Lava Backs. We talk about teams that are good and teams that are not so good in Blood Bowl, but really don't let that make you think that there are teams that are unviable. All of these teams have some sort of gimmick going for them. Even, dare I say, and I'm sure I'll catch heat for this, even ogre teams. Like, every team has something going for them. And if a coach can really capitalize on their advantages, they might not be as winning as, say, a top-tier team, but... J.R. Wilkes, look at the street. J.R. Wilkes says, "You're a liar." But you can see a great deal of success with them if you play your cards right. A kind sir says the ogres are overpowered if you replace all the ones on your dice with 6s. Blitz on Gunner Get OFM, what? Off my bud. Gotta get off my bud. Got it. Pushes him to the sideline. Segner's Loop asks, geographically, where is Foul City, USA? To the west. That's where it is. That's where it is. To the west. West of what? It's just to the west. New to the game with goblins, they have access to some flying units. I can't remember what they're called. Alabama. Foul City, USA. Oh, it's in Alabama. Reposition the defense, keeping the secondary in check. Turn 4 now for the Gunner Gets. Doom Divers, that's what it is. Yeah, Doom Divers. Thank you guys. Boot polish and the kind sir. Thank you very much. Gets smart. Spinning around again. Gets the pal here on number 4. No armor break. And this is how that works. So even if they're prone, if they ball and chain into your space, they get to roll the armor break again. Friend or foe, standing or prone, they will hurt whoever's in the space they want to enter. Foul with the chainsaw, and that is quite a chainsaw. Well done. Well done. Oh, no, not foul. I'm sorry. Blitz. That's the word I'm looking for. Blitz. Blitz with the chainsaw. 2-man player advantage now for the Gunner Gets. Good dodge here on the... free reroll with the dodge skill. Dodge skill does 2 things for you. 1, lets you do a free reroll on a failed dodge. 2, it lets you treat the defender stumbles result as a push result. So a very, very good skill. One of the best in the game. 2-die block on the number 5 Saris with the number 11 trained Troll. Will get a push out of this. Trolls have Mighty Blow. They don't have block, though. Gunner gets back on the bonus clock. They're under 7 minutes now. Turn 4. Failed dodge on the sideline. Failed dodge on the sideline. Just wanted to avoid the surf. Final turn of the first quarter coming up for the Vesuvian lava backs. Well, I got a lot of work done today. All the system bugs, well, all the ones I had listed are now fixed. I still have some stuff on my to-do list. We added, we also, let me see, who is it? Galentio? I think that's how you pronounce it. Galentio's fantastic website, nuffle.xyz. We added the link to that on our website as well. It's under detailed game stats, I believe is what I called it, in the nav at the bottom of the screen. And there you can see detailed game stats for all the games in the league. You can see how the games shook out. You can see player statistics as well. Wow! Boy, oh boy. Detailed game results, yeah. It's a fantastic website. You should check it out. And you can check it out from our website. There. And now the cage set up here for the Goner Gits. They are on the opposing 8-yard line in a 4-point cage with a troll in that front right corner. There's that chainsaw at work again on the blitz. Got a stun out of it. 9v9 on the pitch currently. Electric Man says the always reliable troll. Yep. Yep, if there's any one reliable thing in this game, it's the big guys. "35 seconds to go here in turn 5. It's beginning of the second quarter. Game's still all tied up at 0-0. Gunner gets on offense to start this game. 4 total removals so far. 2 knockouts against the Vesuvian lava backs and 2 injuries against the Goner Gits. Turn 5 now back to the lava backs. They have just 1 reroll on their roster as well, which is going to make it even tougher, I think, for this team at low TV. We talked about in the pregame how they don't have really any skills. They don't have the block skill on any of their Sarses, and those are the guys who's going to be doing the blocks. So with only the 1 reroll, the lava backs are almost certainly going to burn through those quickly. Tep is doing a great job of holding on to it so far, though. Reroll is very, very important to this game. When you're a new player to the game, rerolls just sort of feel like free die rolls. And I guess you can think of them that way, but really, I think the proper way to think about team rerolls is that they change the percentages. They change your the probability of success on things to a great degree. Under a minute now in turn 5. Here's the blitz coming from the right wide zone. 2-die blitz on Gunner. Get Zane. Gets a knockdown looking for an 8+. This is the Looney. Gets the armor break. Only gets a stun out. SP Beaver says, I like to think of team rerolls as a nice gift to the halfling teams. Referring, of course, to the fact that the halfling teams get 50% off of the halfling master chef, who rolls 3d6 before a half, and on every 4+, they will steal a reroll from the opposing team. I guess it's more accurate to say for every 4+, they will get a reroll, and if the opposing team has a reroll to lose, they will lose it. And that's just to say that if the opposing team has no rerolls, the Master Shift will still allow the halfling team to gain rerolls. Bonus clock now for the lava backs. Big guy with the boneheaded nega trait here moves into position. Boneheaded means if you roll a d6 before you activate, if you roll a 1, you lose your activation and you lose your tackle zones until you succeed that boneheaded roll in a future turn. Goblin team now pretty free and clear here. I shouldn't say free and clear. The defense on the right side of the offense. The offense has daylight to the left, but then they're going to get locked down for a turn. We'll see if they... We'll see if instead of going this way, they... Whoa! I don't think I've ever seen a removal on projectile vomit in my life. SP Beaver said, way to write on the screen. Yeah, anytime I write on the screen, somebody gets hurt. There it is. There it is. Jared Wilkes asks, does he have enough spare non-special weapons players to place for Tempest turn 8? Yeah, I think so. So he's got 3, right? 3. He's down 2. He'll be down 2 more. So he'll be -1 unless he bribes or argues the call. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Moob's right. I'm sorry, Electrics Man. Yeah, really stupid is a 4+ unless you have a teammate adjacent to you when you activate to tap you on the shoulder to remind you what you're doing, and then it's a 2+. Dude, I blitz against Gunner, get a win. This will be a dodge push here. Suvi and Lavabacks marking the back of this cage, but they're going to have to protect further upfield here. They're tagging as many goblins as they can, trying to stop the cage in its tracks. I think we can still do so with some protection. All right, so they're closing in on these goblins. We'll see what they do here on turn 7. SP Beaver says, Goblins have to be the only team not going to tie. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Electric Man says, I see. Boneheads don't need friends. Maybe they do and they've just forgotten. Dude, I block him. Number 4 gets a knockdown. 9+ will break armor. The armor break, gets a stun out of it. Well done. Very good stun here. Stun on turn 7 means the Saurus blocker is out for a turn. On turn 8, they'll be down 3 MA. Or rather, it costs 3 MA to stand up. That'll leave them with 3 left. High Elves also have no draws. High Elves are 1-0-6. And I just noticed a bug on the stats on the webpage. It's counting this game as a draw, which, as a software engineer, I'm almost certain that's an else condition. That's me saying if it's not this, then it must be that. So that's something I'll have to fix. Failed 3+ dodge with the ball carrier. Spends, or gets the free reroll here with the dodge skill. But now these chameleon skinks with shadowing can try to follow up. Failed the shadowing roll. It was a 5+ to succeed. Ball carrier on the blitz here gets a POW on the number 12 skink runner, ABCDE Fisher. Gets an armor break too. A great armor break again. This time by the ball carrier. Gonna get good. And get good he shall. Jared looks at shadowing never works. Apparently neither does dodge. Failed the dodge roll, still gets to shadow. There it is! Shadowing works! Turn 7 for the lava backs now. Jared Wilkes says I had more successful croc dodges than shadowing rolls. Yes, but I mean that was that you said some incantation to make that happen. Old Gamer Mike says, so we've had a death every day this week so far. Let's see if we can keep that going here tonight. Suvia Lavabacks finding themselves behind the ball currently. They're going to run away Moxie Crime Fighter K, the number 13 skink runner. Just try to keep that skink safe. Again, they're the only reasonable ball carriers on a lizard team. Spire says, more deaths! I did my part! You can hear that loony revving the chainsaw. Marked by a Saurus and a Crocs. The Troll's there to lend a helping hand, I should say. Electric Man asks, I stepped away a second. Were there deaths yesterday? I suppose so. I haven't actually checked the stats. There were no stream games yesterday. Two-Die Block gets a push here against gonna get a win. JR Wilkes asks, is the Forever Chainsaw still in the game? I don't think so. I think they fixed that. Two-Die Block against the Looney, the chainsaw player. It's gonna be a push. Another two-die block coming up on the Looney. No action on the ball carrier though. Here's a POW on the Looney. 7+ breaks armor. There's the KO. So that gets the Looney off the pitch. Won't have to deal with the Looney for turn 8. We'll see if that Looney, if the bribe spent on the Looney or not. The Kind Sir asks, wasn't Forever Chainsaw in Blood Bowl 2? I'm pretty sure it was Blood Bowl 3, but there was something in BB2. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Forever Chainsaw was BB2. Two-Die Blitz on the ball carrier. Got the POW and gonna get good. Took the blocks, now went for the blitz. Is going to get the knockdown here. A+ will break armor. We'll see where the ball bounces. Here's an armor break. A great armor break here by the Vesuvian Lavabacks. The ball's going to bounce one space back. Or I guess 2 spaces to the right, I should say. Ball on the 16-yard line, just outside the left wide zone now. Certainly has players in scoring position. Still a scoreless ball game here. 5 minutes, 28 seconds left on the bonus clock. Oh, going for the ball pickup. Dodge, dodge, rush. Failed the pickup, the 4+ pickup. Spent the team reroll here. The one team reroll that the Vesuvian Lavabacks had failed the pickup, and the ball scatters one space back now to the 14. Now marked by the Chameleon Skink. Turn 8 for the Gits. Can they get on the board here? They have one reroll remaining. Failed a really stupid roll. That troll hanging by himself. Failed the 50-50. Now the 3-die block against the number 16 Skink. Gets a POW out of this. 7+ will break armor. What's going to keep forgetful legend? And another removal. Good skink removal. This is going to clear the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One rush to score by Gonna get off my bud. It's a dodge to a pickup to a rush currently. But I think he's got the block, right? He's got the block with the troll. There's the rush. He's got it. Well done. 1-0. Very well done by Cobblestorm to get on the board here. They take the lead in turn 8. SP Beaver, thank you very much for the bits. Spire helped make that happen with the assist, lowering the rush failure rate from 900%. If you check the rule book, that's the percentage. Brought it down to just a 99%. There's the ref calling off the secret weapons. What is this? This is a mistake in the string. Thinking about using the bribe on the loony. Well, no, he wouldn't. Oh boy. So you think about using the bribe and hoping to argue the call for the second half? Yeah, calls him off the pitch. Yeah, keep it for Bomber. Yeah, I agree. All right, so the loony called off the pitch. Going to keep 3 on the line. Has to put 3 on the line. Everybody back here. You can see Bomber Dribble Stunt has to be fielded because there otherwise aren't enough teams, enough players to put on the pitch, and that's what that bribe is for. Bomber Dribble Stunt only out for a drive. There's only one turn in this drive, and then Bomber gets called off. The bribe will be used to hopefully keep Bomber on the pitch for the second half of this game. So I think it's 11v8, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 11v8 on the pitch currently. Vesuvian Lavabacks hoping to get some more removals here in this final turn. Also hoping to get back their KOs. These KOs are a 4+ roll. Everybody who's knocked out at the beginning of a drive. With it being so late in the half, that failure rate instead of a 50%, or the success rate instead of a 50% would be a 75% effectively. They failed the roll here for turn 8. They'll roll right again in turn right before turn 9. So they'll have another opportunity to get back onto the pitch. I guess I should watch what I say. It's literally 50% at this moment in time. But with 2 rolls, that makes it a 75% considering both rolls. 6 on the line. Here's the kick. Let's see if there's a timeout. There's that use of on the ball. Weather's going to remain the same. No score here for the Lava Backs. So we'll see if they can get some removals. Did I block on Gunner get healthy? Gets a push out of this. Not sure what healthy means. The captions say I don't know what healthy means, and that might be true too. Did I block? It's a knockdown on number 11. Troll gets nothing out of that. Get one more block here. Probably a blitz with the Crocs. Oh, going after the Troll. I thought he'd go after the Goblin. Going after the Troll, it's going to be both down. Gets nothing out of that. That'll be the end of the half. 1-0 the score. The Gunner gets in the lead. They'll be on defense to start the second half of this game. The Vesuvian Lavabacks will have an opportunity to get on the board here. We'll see if they get back their KOs. I can't tell if that means they got them back or not. All right, so tried to argue the call there, failed the argue the call roll and spent the bribe. And that will keep Bomber Dribblesnot on the pitch for this second half. So fail another KO roll here, so they'll be up to 9? They'll be up to 9, so 2-man player advantage for the Gunner gets. Wait, that's not right. That can't be right. 7, 8, 9. So 9v9? 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was gonna look something up. I don't remember what it was. Man. So you can see here, Bomber Dribble's not a bombardier, so gets to throw a bomb. It's a pass, so he gets to take a bomb out of the sack, pass it. Wherever it lands, it'll hit that space and every adjacent space on a 4+. If somebody catches the pass, catches the bomb, they will get to pass the bomb, whether they're friend or foe. Here's the kick. Middling kick currently. We'll see what the kickoff event is. On the ball gets to be used here by the Chameleons to try to get under the ball. So effectively give him 2 opportunities to receive this ball, increasing his odds. All right, cheering fans. Unlike the old version of the rules, this does not give you a reroll. This gives you a roll on the prayers to Nuffle table. And this prayer, the prayer that has been granted by Nuffle, is Fouling Frenzy. If you remove somebody from the pitch with a foul, you're going to gain some SPP. Kind Sir says, get to play hot potato with the bomb. The hottest of potatoes. That's right. Doug the Minotaur with the sub. Well, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Doug the Minotaur, of course, the coach for the Dinnerback Darlings, whose runner is none other, you may have heard of him, It's none other than famous actor Kevin Bacon. Famous actor turned Blood Bowl player. Tempest taking some time here to really figure out how he wants this turn to play out, how the drive, in fact, to play out. Lots of strength on the line to try to chew. Doug the Minotaur says, "Excuse me, Blood Bowl champion Kevin Bacon. Thank you very much. I stand corrected." No armor break here. Roll a 3 on the armor roll. I should hope Kevin Bacon wears his Blood Bowl ring onto the pitch. I would be disappointed if he doesn't. 2-die blitz gets a pow against Gonna Get a Win. Looking for an 8+. 9v9 currently on the pitch. Gets a stun. Pull in number 13 here for an assist on the troll. 2-die block. Well done by Tempest. Took some time at the beginning of the turn to calculate how to get these 2-die blocks. Gotta be a little careful of losing the skinks, but looking to take down these players and doing a good job of it so far. No protection on the ball, and the pickup failed the pickup. Oh boy! Doesn't spend the reroll, and Nuffle was kind and gracious, and that ball's going to bounce one space backwards. That'll be a turnover. Turn 9 now for the Gunner Gets. They fail a really stupid roll on the trained troll, and they're going to remain on the ground. That's number 10. Eats is Green Erg. I would like a Subway meatball sub, but hear me out. Not from Subway. I want actual good meatballs. You know what? So, sure, you could say, but Ava, why don't you just call that a meatball sub? Because I want the size of the meatballs from Subway and like the consistency of the red sauce, but with good meatballs. That's what I want. Reposition's gonna get healthy back with the other linebackers. Jared looks like actual bread though, because Subway put foam in their bread. Yeah, I'll agree with that. With good bread. Here's the bomb pass by Bomber Dribblesnot, the star player, number 14, targeting the number 5 Stars blocker, the right or the left tackle. Woo, boy! Great stun on the bomb toss. Couldn't ask for more. That's why Bomber Dribblesnot is a champion. Use the star player. Oh my goodness. Use the star player ability here. You can see once per game. If a bomb is thrown by Bomber Dribblesnot is caught by an opponent, he can make it explode immediately rather than rolling to see if the player can throw it again. So that's called Kaboom. We talked about how the player, if they caught it, they could toss it, but Bomber can use Kaboom instead to have that bomb detonate just a little early. A Kaiser says, remember when Subway was healthy? No. Dude, I block on the right tackle. Gets a push out of this. Yeah, they have PA 6+. Foul with the hooligan. Gets a stun out of it. Does not get called off. That's great. Great turn here for these goblins. Turn 10 for the Vesuvian Lava Backs. Moob says, what was it? The Jared diet until his proclivities became public. Yeah, I think that was the marketing spiel. Is that he lost a bunch of weight on a eating nothing but Subway. May have lost a bunch of weight, but I feel like you've caused... Oh, failed dodge is going to be a turnover. And now with a Goblin staring at the ball that doesn't seem to be on the pitch. This is going to be a big turn for the Goner Gets. Yeah, I feel like if you have a diet of nothing but Subway, you might lose weight. I mean, it's just calories in, calories out. Another armor break on the projectile vomit. But I feel like you may have caused harm to other organs. Yeah, he had a meatball sub from Subway. All right. I know that vomit anywhere. Two goblins now bearing down on the ball, marking version 2 Gorney Institute. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz gets a push out of this. Will push the Chameleon Skink off the ball. And now a mark on the ball with number 5. Gotta get a job. Another pass by Bomber. Knocks down the forward Saurus on the line. Did not knock down the number 4 Saurus blocker on the right. SP Beaver says, I think Amos just lost his Subway sponsorship there. Yeah, rush in there. There's the score. Defensive touchdown. Well done by Cobblestorm. 2-0 the score here. Yeah, after the failed dodge, after that failed dodge on the line, there was no protection on the ball. Cobblestorm took advantage of that to bring some goblins up and secure that ball to score. 2-0 now. They increase their lead here in the third quarter. And that'll be the end of Bomber Dribbles Out unless the argue the call of roll works, but it did not. So that's another player removed from this Goblin team. That's 8v9, 8v10. Did he get back a KO? 5-10. So two-man player advantage for the Vesuvian Lava backs. They did indeed get their KO back. Here's the kick. Cheering fans again. And again, a fouling frenzy. So now if you foul, you'll be, once more, you'll be able to get 2 SPP for successful foul. Push back on the nose tackle here to start turn 11. Powell, number 11, the right nose tackle. Right defensive tackle. You know, the right nose tackle. The right nose, right nose, rear nose, right middle, outside right tackle. Did I block on the left defensive tackle, gets a push. It's like Nuffle is a goblin. Gonna advance the ball up to the line. Ball now on the Lava Back's own 4-yard line, right in the middle of the pitch. Gonna set up a 4-point cage. 4 Sauruses on each corner of this cage. Boy, pulling the whole team in. Gonna have to be a little careful here. This might mean this defense can sort of increase their strength as it were. So when you're spread wide, let's say your line is, or your offense is spread wide, the defense has to spread wide to match, right? If you're bunched up, well, the defense only needs to match you here, and now they've got additional players. They can put these players here. They could put these players, around here. They could put these players in the corners. They get more options. Gunner Gets are going to set up a column defense here. So they're down a few players, and so this This is how Cobblestorm has decided this defense will be most effective. We've talked about this in the past. 3-die blitz on Moxie Crime Fighter K. Gets a pal. 7+ breaks armor. Gets a KO. Well done. Very well done. Oh, that's right. I drew. I did that. I'm sorry. With these, all right, splitting up the columns now after the removal. Gonna retreat a few players. So not going with the columns after all. Down to a one-man player advantage for the Lavabacks. We talked about this in the pregame. Got to be careful with these skinks. If as a lizard coach, if you have an exposed skink, your opponent is almost certainly going to try to take the block on them and try to remove them. They're your only ball carriers. They're also your fastest pieces. 2-die block has to spend the re-roll here. Is only going to get a POW out of this. A POW, a push. Gonna shift this ball just a couple of spaces to the left. Keeps the cage intact. Lavabacks here on turn 12, though. If they want to try to tie this ball game, they've got to start moving the ball. Gunner are well aware of this. This is why Cobblestorm moved his secondary back a couple of spaces. Two-die blitz by the number 10 Troll. Gets a POW out of this. 9+ with Mighty Blow will break armor on the front right corner of the cage. Doesn't get the armor break, but of course will follow up and mark the ball carrier. Really stupid roll fails on number 11. That was a 2+, but rolled a 1. You can see Cobblestorm in the picture there. It's like, good job. Way to go. Fourth quarter begins here. Turn 13 for the Lavabacks. 2-die blitz to get things started. We'll get a POW on number 10. Trying to clear the ball carrier here. Gets an armor break. Wow, of course that would break armor. Gets a stun. Repositions the Crocs over in the left wide zone. It's going to advance this ball just a couple of spaces. Looks like Tempest might be satisfied with this game ending 2-1. It's always a calculation you have to make, right? You're especially early in the season, right? You're looking for SPP. You're looking for SPP on certain players. Obviously, you're looking to win games as well, and those goals are often contradictory. So. Out of it, that may be the way to go here in week 1. Connor gets with one reroll for the game. They're going to continue to apply pressure here. The Ooligan off to the left side of the super cage. Two-die block on the left side of the cage. Well, left outer wall of the cage. This isn't really a cage at this point. This is more like a castle. Takes an uphill block on the right corner here. Got a push on the left. Gets a push here on the right. SP Beaver says Lizards have about 50% more touchdowns than the next highest team. Yeah, they're good. Fails the rush with the troll. Ooh, got through the loner roll for the 3-die block on the ball carrier. Will take the both down result, and the trade works out. What? What? Holy moly! Oh! Got through the loner roll here. Got the 3-die block on the ball carrier. Was happy to take the trade. Got the removal. But then the ball got into the hands of the Crocs. SP Beaver, thank you very much for the bits. A kind sir says, natural ball carriers, those Crocs. Very soft hands. Spire says, Crocs score incoming. I want to see it. Let's go. Let's go. Crocs, not a slow piece. MA6. Strength of 5, of course, is boneheaded, though. So the Crocs cleared here. Takes the blitz on number 1. Moves him into the left. Let's see where he plans to go with this Crocs. We apologize. Have we seen the Crocs TD dance? I don't know. I don't know if we have. If we have, I certainly don't remember what it is. Got through the boneheaded roll. The Crocs is going to trundle down pitch over to the right side now, crossing the pitch over to the right. Now on the opposing 14-yard line. Rushes a player behind the Crocs. And now another Saurus. Trying to eat up tackle zones here. Trying to prevent Goblins from getting at this Crocs. Which means he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. He's just boneheaded enough to think he's a ball carrier. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to draw. I'm sorry, I forgot. Minute 30 on the clock here at turn 14. Goner gets on defense, trying to stop a score here. Want to end this game with a shutout. Vesuvian Lavabacks looking to get on the board with the Crocs. We talked about getting SPP. Boy, what a way to get SPP on a Crocs. We may have to take that pen away. You can't take my pen away. You could take my dignity, but you can't take my pen. Who's the Uli get into position to make that a 2+ to stand up with the troll. Good dodge. Yeah, had to get another guy on this Crocs. This prevents the Crocs blitz from really succeeding. Takes a trade here, gets a stun out of it. Turn 15 for the Lavabacks. Now with 2 marks, needed to get 2 marks on this Crocs, because otherwise the Crocs could just blitz away. Now the Crocs can't do that. The Crocs can certainly blitz, but then it's going to have to take a massive 5+ dodge. Still has 2 turns left. The Crocs is currently in scoring position. Might just try to blitz a Goblin, block a Goblin, maybe try to squeeze them out here. We'll see what happens. Jared Wilkes' massive psh, psh. Good stun here on gotta get strong. Gotta get strong. Failed the boneheaded roll with the Crocs. Big loss here. Oh no. I believe that's the first time we've seen this Crocs boneheaded tonight. He's lost his actions. Also lost his tackle zones for what it's worth. Dodge, push, I'm gonna get a job. What was I doing? What is this ball? Where am I? Who am I? 2 rushes to get number 8 into position. That's Dweezil Bachelor. Running away a Goblin to keep them alive. See that a lot with fragile teams. Once the player is no longer in the drive, just run them away, keep them safe. How's that? Not a problem at all. You bet. You bet. Yeah, he's in scoring position. Powell, number 5, looking for some SPP here. He didn't train to be holding the ball. He has no idea what to do with this. Goblin toss coming up with number 10. Got a 6. Goblin lands on his feet. We'll get another Goblin to mark the Crocs. Good throw teammate toss here. He's able to get a Goblin into position here, get another mark on this Crocs. But now in turn 16, the Lavabacks will find themselves in a very similar position to where they were in turn 15. So I think at this point it's going to be a block to a blitz rush. I think that's the plan, right? Let's see. All right, no, boy. Yeah, really needed that knockdown. Didn't work out. Did the best he could. Couldn't get the score. The ball's going to lie on the ground. This game is going to end 2-0. Good attempt to get on the board here. Would have been awesome to see that Crocs score. It just didn't work out. But that's all right. It's week 1. There's plenty of games left. There's 9 weeks in regulation here in the Chaos Cup, 8 of which will be played. 1 is a bye. Before they cut the top 8, that's a big... So lots and lots of games to play. Lots of opportunities for these coaches to get their teams exactly where they want them to be. And take a shot at the Blood Bowl at the end of the season. Jared Wilkes says, at least the Crocs didn't die on the dodge. like a minotaur. Two-eye blitz. Take the both down here. And got nothing out of it. That's going to be the game. 2-0 the final. Well played by both coaches, and the Goblins get on the board. With that win, no one died. With that win, the Goner Gets will advance into second place here in week 1. If you're unfamiliar with how placement works in our league, so in each division you are divided. The placement is first by league points. You get 3 for a win, 1 for a draw. The next is who beat whom. So if you defeated the team you're tied with, you will be ranked higher than them. Beyond that, it is your TD differential. So you can see here, both teams tied with 3 points. Their TD diff is how many you scored minus how many you've given up over the course of the competition. They're both tied at 2. The final tiebreaker is how many TDs you've scored, and that's why the Philosopher's Songs on top. They've scored 3 TDs. The Goner Gets have scored 2. But a good showing here for the Goblins here in week 1, and well played by both coaches. I think that was a really good game. That Lizard team, all 3 of these Lizard teams are going to have to get those SPP. It's going to be the toughest for them here in the Chaos Cup, and in fact in the early weeks of the Chaos Cup. That's where they're going to be at their weakest, but they are not weak teams. So a lot more games to play. We'll take a look at the schedule before we leave for this evening. Coming up next tomorrow night, we've got 2 games for you. It's not a doubleheader. They're split apart by a number of hours, but the first game we're going to have is Entanglements versus Tizz Savage Boys. That's Conkill versus Tizzle Bizzle. That's Imperial Nobility versus Orcs. That will be tomorrow, Sunday, February 9th at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's UTC -5. And then tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have the Dream of Wisp Foundation versus the Wooden Men and Iron Trees. That's Nick Satan, league champion Nick Satan, I should say, versus S. Beaver. That's going to be Halflings versus Wood Elves. I'm looking forward to those 2 games as well. It's going to be super duper fun. Then on Tuesday, February 11th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Dinner Bell Darlings versus Imitation Skaven and Nathan Doug the Minotaur versus Venger. That's Dwarves versus Humans. That's going to be a great game. 2 great coaches, 2 great teams. I look forward to that. 1 more game left to be scheduled here in week 1. And when that game gets scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, X, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. Oh, that reminds me. I got to put up the last 4 games on YouTube. I've got to split the games up. Play Blood Bowl. This game is so much fun. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store. Until tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care, everybody. Good games tonight, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening.